All right, Jeff Lambert here, No Mess Roofing and Gutters, Roof Rejuvenation. Save your roof, save your money. November 9th, just finished spraying our first house. Took an hour to spray. Let me turn it around, show you what that looks like. There we go, where it's drying up on the roof right there. And then over here on the side, excuse me, in the front, it's still drying. All right. And then we've got the roof over here. I'm going to walk all the way around so you can take a look at it. Give me just a second. Got to go through these trees. So it's dried at the top, obviously where the sun is exposing it to it, and then at the bottom it's still drying. All right, let me walk around to the other side and then the back where all that black algae was. Now, because there was such a thick black algae on there, we did spray a little bit thicker over there so we can definitely make sure the black algae gets removed quicker than normal. So again, that's that side. Coming over here, see if I can extend this even further. All right, that's the shingles. Showing you nice coating on it, reflecting on the sun. All right, looks real nice. And then of course you can see where the black algae is, right here. Let me see if I can bring this back just a little bit. There we go. Again, a nice even coating going all over the place. Getting that to absorb in the shingles, glue the granulars, reactivate the adhesive strip. Let's come around to the back area. Again, excuse me for the long pause before you've seen the home. But the sun is going to be kicking on us. Here we go. It's real nice. Right there. Come around over here. You can see the difference from the top to the bottom somewhat. This is shaded, so it's going to take a little bit more time to dry. That's what happens in the valleys. That's why we like to leave. We either put a bucket, trash can, but we like the liners. It's much easier. But in the valleys, you're going to have, excess chemical buildup because the chemicals being sprayed in that. So we try to spray it as lightly as possible. But in this particular instance, had such black algae that we wanted to hit it really good. And so that's the way that looks, which is awesome. So that's good. And just to give you some tricks, what we'll do is we have accessory items that we like to use for safety. Aside from a harness, we use a pitch hopper. You can go on, the YouTube channel, of course, or Google it. It's called a pitch hopper, and it's awesome. Highly recommend getting at least 3 or 4 of those. People always get one and they're always wanting more. So a pitch hopper is number one. It's very lightweight, and it's almost like the sponge where it will stick to the shingle no matter what. We've gotten up on a 12-12 pitch. It's similar. I mean, it doesn't have exact same, but that's a sponge that we'll use on the bottom of the pitch hopper because it is lightweight. I don't know if you would say it's hardened styrofoam, but on the bottom of it, it has that type of substance, so it makes it stick to the roof. Hey, do you know where the pitch hopper's at? Don't worry about it. I got one right here in my truck too, and I'll show you what it looks like. Here it is. That's what it looks like. Pitch hopper. There we go. And then over time that'll deteriorate. You have to buy another one. I couldn't tell you the cost. For my truck, I always have the ladder that's foldable, collapsible, to make it easier for me. But I really wanted to get into the other things that we have, which is in that blue bag. It's called the GOAT. And the GOAT is an attachment, very light aluminum, similar to like a pool cleaning pole. And they've got sections that you can attach to it. And then you would have a hook on it that turns around and hooks up onto the gables or the ridge vents. And then you can, work your way down. It's called the GOAT. And then of course, our Cougar Paw shoes. These are I like these ankle support. There's the padding on the bottom. You just replace those as you go along. The boot, if you're using it quite often, you're looking at probably replacing the boot every 3 to 6 months because the Velcro underneath will start to deteriorate. I also like these because they're much lighter. These right here, I would say these are estimator or inspector Cougar Paw shoes, much lighter. And again, they have the pad on there, and they just pull off. There's a Velcro underneath. Can you do me a favor, Jose, and pull those off for me? Just roll it back so we can show. It just pulls off like that, and then you replace the pad, because the pad will turn around and deteriorate this part right here when you're walking on the shingle, so it doesn't cause abrasions. And then over time, this Velcro will break down. So 3 to 6 months, if you're using them every day, cool, thank you, Jose. If you're using them every day, you're probably looking at about 3 months. If you don't use them every day, then it could last you a good 6 months. And again, like I said before, the King sprayer, which we love, it's absolutely the best. And it circulates the chemical while we're in there, or excuse me, while it's being applied. Let's look and see how much was used today. I'd say right at about 50 gallons was used on this roof. Typically, I would say it would only take 40, but we turned around and we sprayed some extra where that black algae was, because we want to make sure that it's just going to clean it a lot quicker. Let's just put it that way. But yeah, that's what we use. Let me turn this back. All right. And then of course we got our trailer that's very visible with a kind of a billboard on the back of it explaining what we're doing when we're at the stoplights. People are looking at that, reading it, going, what the heck is that stuff? What are they talking about? But that's what we like. Try to be as visible as possible. Same thing with the signs. That's why we have these signs out here. Makes us visible. People walking around. We'll talk to them, say hello, be polite, and try to engage them in a conversation in what we're doing. The other thing that I wanted to show you was this right here. It's called the pivot wedge. I like it a lot. Again, this is something you can use on the roof. We use it a lot for the ladders. Put it right up underneath the ladder rung, and it works really well. We have 2 of those. Let me see if there's anything else that I could show you guys to help you guys along that are doing this as well. Pivot, the GOAT, pitch hopper, Cougar Paw shoes, and of course, I mean, we just have all of our stuff in here. Of course, the sponges. There's the other pitch hopper right there. Yeah, I think that's probably it in regards to the different things that help us. It's a safer application, and it distinguishes you completely from the other companies out there. So we're done on this job. Got a little bit of post work that we have to do, and then we're going to be heading to the next job. I'll shoot another video for that, and then we'll go from there. Just out there living the dream, saving people thousands and thousands of dollars. So yeah, people ask me, hey, so how much does this house cost and how much does that house cost? I honestly don't give out pricing for the applications that we're doing, because every home is different, every environment's different. We want to give you the exact price for your particular home. So that's why I don't really put the pricing on my videos, because people, even though they say, hey, I won't hold you to it, and you get out to their home and it's just more expensive than what they are hearing, they do hold you to it. And they'll sit there and, you know, debate you on why that house is so similar to their house. And so, yeah, it's all based on prices based on your individual home and the scope of work for that home that day. Because obviously summer's different than fall, fall's different than winter. It's different applications, it's different prep work. So everything's incorporated into the price. I would say typically, because if you go to my website, the minimum for Rejuvenation is $900, but we've seen them go as high as $10,000. It depends on how big the home is. I've heard people, you know, spending $20,000 on rejuvenation treatments, but they're huge, huge homes. So on an average size home, you're looking at anywhere from $1,500 to $3,000, and that includes all the prep work, includes the gutter cleaning if you have gutters, getting the debris off the roof, doing a full service roof tune-up, spray painting, and all the accessories. Doesn't include any of the repairs, but if we come across repairs that need to be done, we give you a significant discounted rate. Then we come back, check them for you twice. For the first, I would always say it before the first year, but it really needs to be like the first 2 years. You know, we'll come back the first year, check it, come back the second year, check it. That's really what needs to be done. And then after like the third year, we're looking to try to get a testimonial from the homeowner. Getting testimonials right after you spray it, it doesn't make sense to me, because you just put the application on. You need to allow that to set and then go through some weather. So when you do the pliability test, you can show them so they understand and they have peace of mind. And when they're given a testimonial, they feel comfortable about saying what they're saying. They're not being not forced to, but you know, just feel obligated to do that. Other people pay for them. I don't do that. You'll see a lot of companies out there saying, hey, if you allow us to keep the signs in your yard for a month, you refer us to 2 people and give us a testimonial plus a review, we'll take $1,000 off the job. Well, to be perfectly frank with you, that $1,000 was added to the regular pricing. I can guarantee it, because there's no way you can take $1,000 off of a rejuvenation treatment. There's just absolutely no way. You say, well, if you get the referrals and you do their jobs, well, you're doing the same thing to them, right? So you're constantly giving so much money off the job. In the end, you're going to be stuck, because you're not able to really get back your money spent on the mix itself. So when you hear these gimmicks of, you know, roofers do it all the time, and I see a lot of dealers doing this now, I just think that that's a little shady. You know, just give your best price right up front. And then ask them if you can leave a sign in their yard, or ask them if they can refer you, because we do offer $200. If you refer us to someone, we get the job, we complete it, we'll give you $200 cash. We'll send it to you in a check. That's legitimate. We don't have a problem with that. But, you know, doing all these other services that are incorporated and then adding an additional $1,000 off, no, I mean, that's pretty common sense, man. That's been added to the price before you even got it. So I think that's shady and you shouldn't do that. But that's just me. No Mess Roofing and Gutters, Roof Rejuvenation. My name's Jeff Lambert. Save your roof, save your money. And we'll see you at the next job. Thank you.